mechanical oscillator, that is a spring mass system. There is a spring mass system. Okay, in last class we have done some discussion. Okay, we have discussed what is a spring, the conditions for a spring. Okay, what are the springs? Okay, and what are the meaning of the light spring? What are the conditions? So the condition is that the spring should be lighter, it should vibrate for a longer time, the displacement shall be small, okay, and the friction should be minimum. Okay, these are the conditions for a spring, so that we can use it as a simple harmonic oscillator. You can see here, this is a spring mass system which is exhibiting the simple harmonic motion. It is exhibiting the simple harmonic motion in a very well manner, provided if it is satisfying all these four conditions. It is satisfying all the four conditions. Okay, and we have also evaluated the expression for the spring mass system, the equation for SHM. So we have taken a spring and discussed how the spring is able to oscillate, or how it is oscillating with the help of the restoring force. It is setting up the oscillations, and we have evaluated the, you can see here, the equation for displacement, sorry, the equation for SHM. From this equation, okay, 3 and 4, we can represent the equation for SHM for a spring mass system. Okay, clear? After that, we have evaluated the displacement Y. Okay, after that, we have discussed the characteristics. All the characteristics are same, okay, for the all the SHMs. So first we have evaluated the displacement, then we have evaluated the velocity of the vibrating particle, that is equation number 6. Then we have evaluated the acceleration of the vibrating particle, this is equation number 7. Then we have evaluated the equation number 8, that is angular frequency. We have evaluated the angular frequency also. Okay. Now, after that, we have represented the time period in terms of the mass and the spring constant. Using this, you can calculate the different values in numericals. Okay. Okay. Fine. After that, we have calculated, we have learned about spring constant. Okay. So what is spring constant? It is nothing but the ratio of restoring force per unit displacement. This is how we have evaluated. Spring constant is a thing but the restoring force per unit displacement R. It is the ratio of restoring force per displacement. Look here, Fr divided by Y is the restoring force per unit displacement R. It is the ratio of restoring force per unit displacement. You can also define the restoring force as the force applied. You can define it in this way also. I have written here. It is the force required for unit displacement. Force required for a unit displacement. Here K is equal to F by Y, or you can also define it as K is equal to F R divided by restoring force per unit displacement, or it is applied force per unit displacement. Why? Because restoring force as well as the applied force, they are equal. And we have also introduced the connection of springs. When we connect the two springs S1 and S2 in series, okay, I told that it can be replaced with the single spring whose value is K1 K2 divided by K1 plus K2. So if I have two springs S1 S2 with spring constant K1 K2, okay, if I connect them in series, okay, I will get a equivalent spring, okay, whose spring constant is K1 K2 divided by K1 plus K2. That means if I have two springs which are connected in series, I can replace the springs with an equivalent spring whose value is Kp, which is given by this equation. Okay, this is just a statement. I have to prove that. Okay, so in today's class we shall prove that the equivalent, okay, the equivalent springs in series, okay, will give you the value of discussion what I have told you. Okay, so let us start the first one. Springs in spring combination. Springs. Okay, combination or connection. Combination or connection. Okay, now here I have this is there are two possibilities as I told you. First one, the series connection or combination. Okay, and the second one, the parallel combination or parallel connection. Parallel connection. Okay, got it. Series connection as well as the parallel connection. These are the two types of connections of the springs. Okay, let us go for the first one. Okay, let's go for the first one. Series connection of springs. First one, series connection or combination. Okay. So I have two springs. Students, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for your reply. So I have two springs. Yes, one. So I have two springs. Okay, so this is a spring S1 whose spring constant is K1. Okay, and I have one more spring S2. This is the spring S2. This is called as S2. The spring constant is K2. Now, when I connect them in series, okay, series means, okay, uh, I have to connect them one after the other. Okay, I have to connect them one after the other. So this is the first spring S1. Okay, and after that I have the second spring S2. Okay, so this is the spring S1, S2. This is spring constant K1. This is spring constant K2. Okay, now what happens? I will have this is in equilibrium when there is no load. Okay, now what happens is that this is the uh, S1 and this will this spring is S1. Okay, and this is the spring S2. Okay, what I will do is next I will hang a mass at this end. Okay, a mass is hanged here. What is the mass that I will take? The mass that I will take it is M. So as soon as I take the mass M and apply it here and hang it here, there is an extension in the spring. There is a extension in the spring. So what happens? The first spring, okay, this was the position. Okay, it gets elongated. The first spring gets elongated like this by some factor. Okay, so it gets elongated like this. Actually, it was here the first spring, but due to the application of the mass M, it gets elongated. Similarly, what happens? The second spring also gets elongated like this. Okay, this is the second spring now. The mass is here. Got it. Now, actually, the position of the two springs was here. You are getting the point. The first spring was here. The second spring was here. Okay, I should write here. Okay, not here. Okay. So the second spring. This was the position of the second spring. What has happened is that now I have applied the mass. This is the mass that I have applied. Okay. Now in this case it's correct. So the mass that I have applied, yeah, due to the mass there is an extension in the springs. What is the extension in the net spring? The net expansion in the spring is y. This much has extension has been taken place in the spring. When we connect them in series and apply a mass, okay, it gets elongated, okay, by a value of y. Now what has happened actually is whenever you apply a mass m to this position, okay, the spring S1 also gets elongated, the spring S2 also gets elongated. So therefore there is an extension in the spring, okay. So how much is the extension in the spring S1? If you look at it, due to the mass that I have applied, the spring elongation is y1. This much is the extension in the spring S1. You are getting the point. Likewise, also in spring S2, there is some extension. There is some extension in the spring S2. Okay, I will write the extension. Actually, this is the way where you get the spring. Okay. Okay, so this should be the value of the spring S2, but there is an extension. Therefore, there is an extension in the spring. Okay, so therefore, this is Y2 is the extension Y2. So therefore, the total displacement of the spring is sum of the extension in Y1 plus sum of the extension in Y2. You are getting the point. So when I apply a mass to the springs in series, the S1 spring, the spring S1, okay, this is the spring S1, it gets elongated by Y1. This much is the displacement. What about spring S2? The spring S2 is also elongated by S2. You're getting the point. So therefore, the net elongation is sum of the elongation due to Y1 plus Y2. That is, there is an extension in S1 and there is an extension in S2. Okay, so due to this extension, okay, this is S2. There is an extension in S2 also. Due to this extension, you get the total extension of the combination of springs. So in the point, so this is the net extension in the combination of the springs. So therefore, if you look at it here for the first screen, so I have to write it here. I have a mass. If I apply the mass, what happens? If I apply the mass to it, it gets elongated. You're getting the point. Very simple concept. So if it is getting elongated, so this is S1, this will get elongated by Y1. Okay, this is S2. This is elongated by some other distance. Y. Got it. So I have to find the net displacement. So I have to find the net spring constant. Okay. Now you know that the spring constants of S1 and S2 are K1 and K2. You already know it. Okay. So the spring constants of, okay, I will write it here. Okay. Okay, S1 is the spring and K1 is its spring constant. S2 and its spring constant is K2. What is the spring constant of S2? It is K2. Now, I have connected in series. This is series connection, is it not? So this is the series connection. Okay, so the series connection. Okay, when I connect them in series, for series connection, okay, the spring constant I will consider is, okay, it is equal to Ks. So when I combine both the springs, the net spring constant is Ks. Okay. Now I have to find the net spring constant when they are connected in series. What is the value of this net spring constant in series? That I have to find. Okay. Okay, and here this equation is very important. You know that y1 is equal to y1, y is equal to y1 plus y2. Net displacement of the two springs in series is the extension in the series in the spring S1 plus extension in the spring S2. Okay, so I have to first find the go for the spring S1. Let us assume that I have the spring S1 only. So I have the spring S1. Okay. So for spring S1, okay. So therefore I will write here for spring S1. For spring S1. Okay. Now look here. What is the mass that I have hanged? The mass that I have hanged is M. Look at this diagram. Okay. So this, if you look at this diagram here, so if you look at the first diagram, okay, where I have the spring S1, is it not? Corresponding spring constant is K1. What is the displacement? It is Y1 when you apply a mass M, is it not? So I can write here, I can assume that the same spring is present at this series combination also, at the series combination. Okay, so therefore I should find the displacement. So what is the restoring force? What is the mass that is hanged here? The mass that is hanged here is M. Therefore there is a downwards force that is acting in this action. This is the case. This is the spring that is acting in this is the force that is acting in the downward direction. That is acting in the downward direction. I will erase it. Okay, just okay. Okay, so this is the force, and this force is given by mass into acceleration. This is the direction of the applied force. Okay, so as you apply the mass, it gets elongated, and the force that is applied is F in the downward direction. Okay, so therefore the first force that is acting on the spring is the Newtonian force or the applied force. Okay, so this is the applied force that is equal to F, that is equal to M into G. Now for this, what happens? There is a restoring force in the spring, Fr. I will take it as Fr1. Okay, why? Because I have considered the first spring. So therefore the second is the restoring force that is present. Now restoring force is given by Fr is equal to, what is the restoring force in this case? Now we know that restoring force is equal to minus of K into Y, minus of K into Y. So this is how we evaluate the restoring force. Okay, restoring force is proportional to the displacement. Restoring force is proportional to the displacement. So therefore here, what is the displacement? The displacement is y1, not y. So the displacement here is y1, it is not y. So therefore I have to take it as y1. And what is the corresponding spring constant? Corresponding spring constant is k1. So this is what you get. Now I will take it as equation number 1, this as equation number 2. Okay, on equating at equilibrium. So what I will do is I will equate them at equilibrium. Okay, that will be equal to F is equal to Fr. So if I equate them, M into G, so this is from 1 and 2. What is Fr? It is minus K1 into Y1. So therefore I can write Y1 is equal to minus of M into G divided by K1. So this is equation number 3. Okay. So one of your have switched on the mic. Kindly switch off your mic. Okay. So this is the value of the displacement that has taken in the first spring. You're getting the point. In this spring, this much is the displacement, is it not? So this is the displacement y, or this much is the displacement. Okay, y1. Okay, this much I have evaluated it. What is the value? So y1 I have to write it here. Okay, that is equal to, okay, m into g minus m into g into k1 minus m g divided by k1. Similarly, you have to do it for the second spring also. Okay. Okay, so when you apply a mass to the spring, if you look at this, the spring S2, this is the spring S2. This is the equilibrium position y equal to 0. When I apply a mass, what is the mass that I have applied? M. Once I apply the mass, it gets elongated. What is the elongation? The elongation is y2. You are getting the point. The spring S2 now it has been elongated by this much of length. Okay, this much of length y. So I have to find the value of y2. Okay, so same manner what we have done in the previous discussion. Okay, I have to do the same thing. Okay, so go for the spring S2. No discussion, students. One of the mic is on. One of your mics is on. Kindly switch off. Okay. Now here I have to find the for displacement for spring S2. So therefore the displacement for spring S2. Okay. This is for spring S2. Okay. So this is the spring S2. So for spring S2 also you have to do the same thing. Now look here. When I apply a mass, same mass is applied here also, M as well as M. Why? Because I am applying the same mass here in the series combination. So therefore, the mass that you apply will lead to an application of the force M into G in the downward direction. This is the direction of the force. F direction. So this is the direction of the force M into G. So therefore, first one is the applied force. Okay. So the applied force is F, that is equal to M into G. Okay, this is equation number 4. Now for this, there is a restoring force that is generated. Now the restoring force is in this direction, opposite FR2. I will take it as FR2. Are you able to see the screen, students, clearly? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now then go for the restoring force for the second spring. Okay, that is FR2. Okay, I should take it as FR1 here. Okay, FR1, I have to write it as FR1. Okay, it's FR1. Okay, and for the second spring, it is FR2. It is here. This is FR2, opposite. Okay, so therefore, if I write the spring restoring force for the second spring, that will be equal to minus of K2 into Y2. Why? Because the second spring has a spring constant K2. What is spring constant of second spring? It is K2. Okay. And what is the displacement? Displacement is Y2. You are getting the point. This much is the displacement Y2. So therefore, restoring force is nothing but minus of spring constant into displacement. So this spring constant is K2 for second spring. Displacement is Y2. Therefore, I have to write this as equation number 5. Now again, at equilibrium. So same step, there is no difference at equilibrium. Okay. F equal to FR2. F equal to FR2. Okay. So F equal to FR2 means from equation 4 and 5, I can write that is M into G is equal to. So this is from 4 and 5. I can take equation 4 and 5. Here I can take equation 1 and 2. Okay. So mg is equal to minus of K2 into Y2. Therefore, Y2 is equal to minus mg divided by K2. So this is very important equation, equation number 4 for the displacement. This is how you can find the displacement. Okay. Got it? Now, y2 I have evaluated. What is the y2? y2 is here. How much it is? Minus mg divided by k. Got it? So I have
Sir,
equation 3 and 4, and I have to do the same thing for the combination of springs. For the combination of springs.
sir,
Huh? Hedri?
already equation 4 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಾರೆ sir, applied for 6 sir,
Okay,
ಮತ್ತೆ
6 ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. Sorry, ಲಕ್ಷ್ಯ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Number ಅಟ್ಟ change. 6 ಮಾಡೋಣ? Okay, fine. Very good. That means you are in the class. Next ಏನದರಿ? Okay. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೇಮ್ ಹಂಗ. ಈಗ I have to do it for the last one. What is the last one? For the series combination. Okay. What is the series combination? I will do it here. I will start from this end. That will be helpful for me also. Okay. So I will write the series combination here. So for series combination, when you combine the springs for series connection of springs. Okay, for series connection, what is the displacement y? Y baitala other just displacement aiti nodri. For series connection, okay, what is the corresponding spring constant? I've taken the corresponding spring constant as ks. Ks is the spring constant, already mentioned there, spring constant in series, springs in series. How the? Now, what is the displacement? The displacement is y. The same displacement is there. That is y here. You can look at this equation here. Y ada hauda? So this is the displacement. ಎರಡು ಕೂಡಿಸಿದಾಗ S1 ಮತ್ತ spring S2 ಕೂಡಿಸಿದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು displacement ಆಯ್ತು? The displacement is y. This is the displacement. Okay, for the series connection. Now, what is the mass that I hanged? Mass is again same mass. What is the mass? M. Okay. So therefore, I can write the mass that is hanged is M in this case. Okay. M is the mass hanged. Okay. Now here for this also, look at this. There is the downward force which is acting in this. So this is the force that is acting in the downward direction. Now this force is also equal to mass into gravity. Why? Because it is perpendicular, it is towards the earth, no? So therefore F equal to M into G. Okay, so therefore the first force that is applied here, there is nothing but the applied force. So the applied force F is equal to, okay, M into G, the same thing as you have done in the previous case. After that you have to write the restoring force. What is the restoring force? I have to write the restoring force in this direction. Okay, the restoring force is Fr. Now look here, this is the applied force F equal to mg, and the restoring force is opposite to the applied force. It is taken as Fr1. Here it is taken as Fr1. F is the applied force. Fr2 is the restoring force in the second spring. Okay, here I have taken the force as F, restoring force as Fr. Okay, so I have numbered it just to make the differentiation. So the restoring force here is for the series connection. Restoring force, I will take it as Fr. Okay, what is Fr? Fr is given by minus of k into y. Now here it is not k into y, it should be ks into y. It should be minus of ks into y. That means ks means spring constant in series connection. When you combine both the springs S1 and springs S2, what is the net spring constant that is given by Ks. Therefore, I have to take it as Fr equal to minus of Ks into Y. So equating equation number, say this is 7. I will take it as equation number 8. So equating 7 and 8. Okay, this is at equilibrium. I will write as at equilibrium. Same way as you have done, at equilibrium. At equilibrium. Okay, F is equal to Fr. Okay, what is F? F is M into G. This is equation 7 and 8. I can write it as from 7 and 8. M into G is equal to minus of Ks into Y. Okay, now rearrange it for Y. So therefore Y is equal to, therefore Y, if I rearrange it for Y, that will be equal to minus of M into G divided by Ks. So this I will take it as equation number 9. Now you highlight this equation. Okay. Now what I have done is I have evaluated the displacement Y when there is a series connection. When there is a series connection. When there is a series connection. Look at this Y. Okay. So this is the Y that I have evaluated. This is the Y that I evaluated. This Y I have done the evaluation of Y. What is the value I have? So the value of Y is, this is the value of Y. You can see here I am marking, this is the value, how much it is? It is given by minus mg divided by Ks. Okay. So this is equation number 9. Now you know that, okay, I will continue here. We know that, what we know? The total displacement, we know that, okay. We know that, what we know? We know that the total displacement Y in the series connection, is the displacement in S1 plus the displacement in S2. Displacement in spring S2, that is total extension in the series connection of springs is equal to extension in S1 plus extension in S2. Extension in S2. So I can write it as, what is the total extension? Total extension is Y. This is extension is S1, in S1 is Y1, extension in S2 is Y2. Now from equations, okay, from equation, what is the equation 3? Okay, I can get Y1. From equation number 6, I get Y2. From equation number 9, I will get the equation number Y. I will get the equation Y. So therefore, from equation 3, 6 and 9, I can write as from equations 3, 6 and 9. If I substitute it, if I do the substitution, okay, that will give you Y1, Y equal to, what is Y?
Sir,
Here.
plus S2, sir.
S1
Plus S2, sir.
जोर हेडर ಕೇಳೋಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. Hello.
Sir, total extension in series combination of spring items, sir. Extension in S1 plus extension in S2 answer.
ಹೌದು extension in S2 ಈಗ ಕಾಣವಲ್ದಾ ಇದು ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ y1 ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ so that is S2. Okay, I will write it here again, extension in S2. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, what is the extension? Extension is Y2. Extension S1 is Y1. Extension in series it is Y. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ 3 6 9 3 6 9 equation ಅದ. So on substituting in equation this, okay, you get what is y? Y is here minus mg divided by k1, okay, equal to what is y1? Minus mg divided by k. So this is k. So this is k1. y2, what is y2? It is minus mg by k2. Minus mg by k2. ನೀವು 3, 6, 9 equation 3, 6 and 9. If you substitute it in this equation for y, ಈ equation that you substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, then you get the equation that I have written. Okay, now look here in this equation. You can take away negative sign. You can take away mass, gravity. You can take this thing. Why? Because it's common. So if I take that, if I remove those, then I can get the final equation as 1 by, I will get the final equation as 1 by k is equal to 1 upon k1 plus 1 upon k2. So therefore I can write it as 1 upon k equal to 1 upon k is equal to 1 upon k1 plus 1 upon k2. So if I have two springs whose springs constant are k1 and k2, I can find the resultant springs. I can find the resultant spring as, now here it is 9, no, 1 upon ks. So I should make it as 1 upon ks. So the resultant spring constant is 1 upon k1 plus 1 upon k2. Or I can write it as ks is equal to k1 k2 divided by k1 plus k2. k1 plus k2. Okay, k1 plus. Gurutaita. So I can okay, ks, no, right here ks. Okay, got it. So if I have two springs, I can replace the two springs. I have two springs here. Okay, s1, s2. Okay, okay, so I have two springs, yes, s1, s2 with spring constant k1, spring constant k2. I can when I combine them in series, so this is s1, this is s2. If I combine them, I can replace this with an equivalent spring. What is the equivalent spring here? This is the equivalent spring. Okay, ks. What is the value of ks? It should be equal to the ks which I have written here. Okay, so if I have the value of, if I have two springs which are connected in series, whose spring constants are k1 and k2, k1 and k2, I can replace this with the new springs with the spring constant ks, with the spring constant ks, such that its value is k1 k2 divided by k1 plus k2. Okay, now this is true for not only two springs. If you have n number of springs, if there are n number of springs, then the value of the total spring constant is 1 divided by 1 plus k1 plus k2 plus dash dash dash. If you have n number of springs, I have kn. Or I can write 1 upon ks is equal to summation of 1 over kn, where n stands, this is kn, small n. So this is kn, where n is equal to 1 to n equal to small n equal to capital N. Okay. So this formula is holding true for any of the springs. Okay. So hope it is clear, students. This is very important discussion for your examination as well as for semester internal assessment. Okay. Okay. So this is a very important equation. Okay. Oh, sorry. So this is the equation number. I not marked it. I not number it, but I am marking, I am highlighting this. You can see the highlight. So this is the equation what you have. Okay, for the springs in series. Okay, so I can write it as equation number 10. Okay, so 10 are this 10. Okay, got it. So this is the series connection in series in spring, series connection of spring. So this is the case that you are just studying. Okay. ಈಗ ನಾ ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು ಒಂದನೇದ series connection ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, got it. Next go for the parallel connection. Okay, so go for the parallel connection. Okay, second one, hope you have followed, students. Second one is the parallel combination of springs. Very simple. This one is very simple than the previous one. Parallel combination or connection. So I have two springs, S1 and S2. Okay, like this. Okay. Okay, so these springs are connected in parallel. Parallel means this is S1, whose spring constant is K1. And I have one more spring whose spring constant is S2. They are connected in parallel, so this is the parallel connection. Node end to end is back to back is the end to end. So top end is connected to top end, and the bottom end is connected to the bottom end like this. Okay, so they are connected like this. So this is the springs which are connected in parallel. Okay, so S2 and whose spring constant is K. Now what is the net spring I should use to replace them? So what happens here is that once I apply a mass, this is the position of the spring. So this position I have taken as y equal to 0. This is the position y equal to 0. Okay, got it. Now what I have done is I have applied a mass to it. Once I apply a mass, it gets elongated. The springs gets elongated. So there is a elongation in the spring. So this gets elongated and it will reach this position. And this spring, okay, I will use a different color slightly. Okay, for this I will use a, okay, this is the spring, it gets elongated like this. While this spring also gets elongated and it is okay. So the second spring also gets elongated like this. So what is the elongation? Okay, so sorry, just forget to tell you, not mark the mass. First I should mark the mass. This is the equilibrium position. What happens once I apply a mass, it gets elongated. Okay, so what is the elongation? Okay, so it gets elongated, so I have to add, okay, bit larger space, so it gets elongated like this. Okay, while this spring also get elongated, S2 gets also elongated like this. Okay, now this is the elongation of the springs what you have. It gets elongated up to this point. Okay, it gets elongated. Okay. Okay. Now here, this is the case when you apply a mass. When you apply a mass to the springs in parallel, okay, this is the mass that I've hanged. This is M. Okay. Now it will, once you apply a mass, both the springs get elongated. What is the elongation? This is the elongation. Why? This much is the elongation. Okay, now if you look at the springs S1 and S2, S1 and S2. So S1 has a spring constant of K1. S2 has a spring constant of K2. Okay, in both the cases, when I apply a mass to it, S1 is elongated by Y1, by same displacement Y. S2 is also elongated by the same displacement. You are getting the point. Since they are in parallel, okay, both S1 and S2, there is an elongation. So in S1, I can write in S1, Y1 is the elongation or extension. In S2, Y2 are, sorry, I will not write Y. Y is the extension, as well as in X2, S2, the extension is Y. Okay, you are getting the point. Why? Because it is parallel connection. In the previous case, we had a different connection series. Therefore, S1 was an extended by Y1, S2 was extended by Y2. But here, it is parallel connection. Since in parallel, a common mass is hanged. Mass is common. So therefore, the extension is same in both the cases. Extension in S1 is Y1, extension in S2 is Y2. Similarly, when I connect in parallel, okay, in parallel connection, okay, in parallel connection, okay, I will write the spring constant. I have taken it as Kp as the spring constant. Okay. Got it. So what is the extension? Here also the extension is Y. In parallel also you get the same extension. You're getting the point? So therefore I can do the analysis here. So for first spring, as you have done in the last part, it is simpler than this. For first spring, for S1, for spring S1. For spring S1, look at the spring S1. What is the mass that you have hanged? The mass that is acting in the downward direction F is equal to M into G. Okay, the same spring, the same mass is common to both the springs S1 and S2. You are getting the point. So therefore, the restoring force that is generated here, the restoring force generated here is FR1. This is the restoring force that is generated in the spring S1. Okay, so therefore, I can write the applied force is that is F, that is equal to minus, it is equal to M into G. Okay. M into G. Then you have the restoring force for the first spring. Restoring force. If I write the restoring force, that will be equal to FR1, that is equal to minus of K1 into Y. K1 is the spring constant of the first spring and the displacement is Y. So this is equation number 1. It's comparably simpler than the previous one. So this is equation number 1. I'll take it as equation number 1. FR1 equal to. Now go for second spring. If I write the second spring here, for spring 2, S2, okay. For spring S2, look here, the same mass is hanged to the second spring also. If you look at the spring here, okay, this spring is having the same mass, M, okay. So therefore, the force that is acting on the spring S2 is again same. Therefore, the applied force is equal to F, that is equal to M into G. Now, due to the applied force, there is a restoring force in the spring. There is a restoring force. What is the restoring force? This is Fr2. This is the restoring force in the second spring. So therefore, I can write a restoring force. Okay, restoring force is Fr2. That is equal to minus of K2 into Y. Minus of K2 into Y. This I will take it as equation number 2. I will just mark it like this. Okay, fine. S1 and S2 both are over. Then there is a combination of springs. We are connected in parallel, no? So therefore, for parallel combination, okay, for parallel combination, I already written up here for parallel combination. When I connect the springs in parallel, what is the net spring constant? The net spring constant is Kp. It is Kp. Kp is the net spring constant. In parallel connection. In parallel connection. What is the displacement? Displacement is same. Y. Okay. In parallel also the displacement is same. Okay. Now look here. Individually the displacement is Y. Okay. Individually the displacement is Y. You can see here for spring S1 displacement is Y1. Spring S2 the displacement is Y. Sorry. S1 also it is Y. S2 it is Y. When I combine both in parallel, the displacement is also Y. Okay. So therefore, I can write the displacement as Y. Now in this case, I can write the applied force for spring constant. Look here, for spring constant, if I write the applied force, okay, for spring constant, look here, I will write the applied force. Okay, I will write it here. Okay, I will write it here. Spring constant. Okay. Then I have to write the applied force. So for this parallel combination, applied force is equal to F equal to again M into G, and the restoring force is Fr. I will take it as Fr. Here I have taken it as Fr1, Fr2. Here it is I have taken Fr only. Okay. So in this case, the restoring force is again minus of K into Y. Now here it is parallel now, therefore I have to write as Kp. Why? Because for parallel combination, Kp is the net spring constant. It's the net spring constant in parallel connection. So this I will take it as equation number 3. Okay. Got it. Now over hardly 2 seconds. Now we know, but here what happens is that Fr, the restoring force, Fr is equal to Fr1 plus Fr2. That means restoring force in parallel connection is equal to the restoring force of spring S1 and restoring force of spring S2. Okay, so restoring force in parallel connection of springs. Okay, obviously it is understood. So it is springs is equal to the restoring force of spring S1 and restoring force of S2. It is equal to sum of. Okay, so I want to substitute this FR, FR1 and FR2. So this is from 3, 2 and 1. If you do the substitution. Now look here, for from 3 I can get FR. So this is 3, I can get FR, I can substitute it here. For FR1, I can get from equation number 1. Okay, FR1 from equation number 1. And for FR2, okay, so this is FR2. So FR2 I can get from equation number 2. So you substitute it. After doing the substitution, I get FR equal to, what is FR? It is minus of Kp into Y, that is equal to FR1 from equation 1, it is minus of K1 into Y plus, sorry, it is okay. And this is FR2 it is, okay, FR2 it is minus of K2 into Y. So it is minus of K2 into Y. Okay, minus of K2 into Y. Now here, I can cancel Y. What I can do the cancellation for Y. I can do the cancellation for positive term, sorry, negative symbol. Therefore, I can get Kp is equal to K1 plus K2. Okay, this is the net spring constant. So therefore, if I have two springs which are connected in parallel like this, okay, if I have two springs which are connected like this in parallel, okay, parallel connection with spring constant K1 and spring constant K2, then I can replace this with a single spring whose spring constant is Ks, whose spring constant is Ks, such that it is K1 plus K2. K1 plus K2. You are getting the point? So I have two springs. Okay, very simple one. I have two springs S1 with spring constant K1. I have second spring with spring constant S2 with K2. So I can replace this with the one single spring, with the one single spring like this. What is the value of single spring? It should be equal to Kp, such that Kp is equal to K1 plus K2. Okay, so this is the value. If there are n number of springs, then Kp can be written as summation of one. It is summation of Kn, where n is equal to 1 to n. Okay, so this is the, okay, if there are n number of springs. Got it? So I shall stop here itself. I think we are late by 5 minutes. So I will ask sir to continue your class after that. So hope you are followed this. This is very important discussion for your IA as well as for your semester examination. So for parallel connection, if I have two springs, the springs can be connected in parallel and it can be replaced by with a single spring K1 plus K2. If I do it in parallel in series, okay, so in series, if I have it in series, okay, okay, if I do it in series, then for series connection it is 1 over K1 plus 1 over K2. Okay, so I can replace two springs when connected in series or in parallel with the equivalent spring. Okay, so I shall stop here itself. Okay, I will share the notes. If you have any doubts, you can call me at any time and clear the doubts. Okay, thank you for your time. I will take the attendance. Just wait for a second. Okay, thank you. You can leave the class. I will definitely share the attendance within a minute. Thank you. Share the notes. Sorry, not the attendance. I will share the notes within a second. Okay, thank you. You can leave the class.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
If,
Thank you, sir.